The longest-tenured judge in Hamilton County is about to step down.
Yeah, Common Pleas Judge Norbert Nadel retiring effective tomorrow. Local 12 News reporter Jeff Hirsh takes a look back at Nadel's long career. Low-profile cases to those that were followed in the region, and yes, even across the entire country.
We've got to get it over with. We've got to move on one way or the other. If it's a new trial...
The Tracie Hunter trial kept Hamilton County Common Pleas Court Judge Norbert Nadel in the public eye for weeks. It was not the first time.
Actually, I've been in this room for 32 years.
And in the judicial system for even longer. After graduation from Chase Law School, Nadel served as an assistant Cincinnati city attorney, assistant U.S. attorney, Hamilton County Municipal Court judge, and domestic relations court judge before being appointed to Common Pleas Court in 1982 and getting returned to the bench every election since.
And it just seems like yesterday when I walked in, and the only difference in this room and it's almost 32 years to the day, there was a red carpet here, but everything else is still pretty much the same, and I've tried to keep it that way.
Nadel's most famous case, actually one of Hamilton County's most famous cases ever, Peter Edward Rose versus A. Bartlett Giamatti. Pete Rose against the Commissioner of Baseball in 1989.
It was everywhere in this country. And I would get calls. My brother, who lives in California, he would call and say, "My God," he said, "you're on the front page of the Los Angeles Times."
Nadel ruled that Commissioner Giamatti was biased against Rose and could not give Rose a fair hearing. While baseball ultimately prevailed against Pete and banned him from the game, Nadel says his ruling was correct.
And if I had to do the same, make the same decision 25 years later, it would be the same decision.
I am confronted by the factual record of Mr. Dowd, and on the basis of that, yes, I have concluded that he bet on baseball.
And I repeat again that only the sickest form of a liar would...
Of course, not all of Nadel's cases have been front-page news. His very first case in municipal court was on whether a dog should be ruled vicious and taken from its owner.
I continued the case and said, "Bring in that dog. Let's take a look at it." Well, the dog came in, and the dog licked me. The dog was licking me and couldn't have been nicer, so I dismissed the case, and the lady got her dog back.
Nadel is not retiring because he's had enough, far from it. Nadel is retiring because a state law does not let judges run for re-election once they're past age 70.
Hey, just when I learned how to do this job, they made me retire.
I remember when Judge Nadel started in this courtroom, I was a kind of a cub reporter back then, and since then I've covered a lot of the cases that he had, Pete Rose, Tracie Hunter, a lot of others. And it is hard to believe that after all of these years, this name is finally coming off of this door.
Oh, I'll miss this terribly, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, because, hey, it's been a big part of my life for the last umpteen years, the last 4 or 5 decades. This has, been a big part of my life. Yes, certainly I'll miss it. Do the right thing now. All right. Good luck.
Jeff Hirsh, Local 12 News.
The judge will get a reprieve, though. He is allowed to serve as a visiting judge, filling in when others are on vacation, so he'll be able to hear some cases in the future. Judge Nadel did not want to discuss the Tracie Hunter case because that is still on appeal.